Now in part C, which is worth 4 marks, we're told that we've got a point A. A is a point on this curve C with x-coordinate -5. And what we've got to do is find the equation of the tangent at A in the form y equals mx plus c. So how are we going to do this? Well, let's just have a look at this point where x is -5. Clearly it's got to be somewhere on the x-axis to the left of -3, and it's got to be a point on the curve. So let's say that this is the point here where x is -5. Let's just put the fact that we've got -5 there as the x-coordinate. At the moment we don't know the y-coordinate, although clearly it's going to be a negative value. And we're trying to find out the equation then of a line that just touches the curve at this point. That is our tangent, okay, coming through there, something like that. Now, being a straight line, any line has the form y equals mx plus c, yes, but it's not a very useful form that for finding equations of lines. The one that I would prefer to use is the one y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1, where x1, y1 is a point on the line. Well, clearly it's going to be this point here, where we've got the x-coordinate, x1, being -5. But what we haven't got is the y1 value, the y-coordinate at this point. And m, remember, is the gradient as well of the tangent, which is the same as the gradient of the curve at this point. So we've got several things to do. First of all, we need to get what this corresponding y-coordinate is when x is -5. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're just going to say that at A we know that x equals -5, and we can get that y-coordinate by substituting x is -5 into this equation. So x equals -5, so therefore y will be equal to, and if we put -5 into here, we've got -5 plus 1 all multiplied by -5 plus 3 all squared. Well, -5 add 1 is -4, and then this is multiplied by -5 add 3, which is -2 squared, so that's going to be 4. 4 times the -4 is going to give me -16. A negative coordinate, as we would expect. So we'll pop that in there, that's now -16. Now we've got to get the gradient m. And as I said earlier, this is the same as the gradient of the curve at this point here where x is -5. And we know what the gradient is in general from the previous part. We also know that dy by dx, that works out the gradient then at any point on the curve. We had to show that it was 3x squared plus 14x plus 15. So this is the gradient then at any point x on the curve, but we're looking at when x is -5. So if we just say that when x equals -5, we can work out what dy by dx is. So therefore dy by dx is going to equal 3 multiplied by -5 all squared, and then you've got 14 times -5 and then plus the 15. Now if you work this out, you're going to end up with 20. Okay, so I'll leave it to you just to check that out. So that comes to 20, very steep positive gradient, and again having this sketch here helps to just check out that we are standing a good chance of being correct because it's a positive gradient. Obviously if this came out negative, something would be wrong. Okay, so we've got everything we need now to first of all get this equation of the line in this format. So if we just come down through here, okay, we can say that therefore the equation, okay, and I would encourage you to write intros as well so that the reader has some idea what you're doing. So we can say therefore equation of tangent, okay, at A, don't write equals, just write is, certainly be wrong if you wrote equals. What's it going to be? Well, it's going to be y minus y1, which is -16, so it's -16, so that'll be a +16, equals m, the gradient, which we've just seen is 20, multiplied by x minus x1, x minus minus 5, so that's going to be minus 5 or plus 5. So if we expand the bracket, we've got therefore y plus 16 equals 20x, and 25s are 100. Now to get it into obviously the form y equals mx plus c, all I've got to do, we'll just say it follows that, all I've got to do is just take away 16 from both sides, and if I do that I get y equals the 20x, and 100 minus 16 leaves me with 84, so plus 84. And there you have it, okay? M being the 20 and C being the 84. It's well worth noting, not that we're asked for this, but again, when you've got it in the form y equals mx plus c, do you remember C is where this line would cross the y-axis, so clearly this line is going to go way up here. This is 9, but it's going to cross at 84. Another valuable check, because clearly it's not going to be a number less than 9 just by looking at this, so if you do trip up, having a sketch really should help. Okay.